What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C4 today, bringing you my second Christmas gift to you all. A surprise rebuild, the most requested rebuild I've had to date, and that is the Cleveland Browns. So while you guys are all celebrating Christmas, and myself alike, enjoy this video. If your family sucks, you just want to get away for a little bit, or just pop this up on your phone and gather around the old Yule log and watch some Beast Mode TV with your friends and family. You can watch me try to do the most painstaking rebuild of them all, and that is trying to make the Cleveland Browns a Super Bowl champion. So starting out with our base roster, what are we going to do here? We need to free up some cap space, and there, look at that, Jesus Christ, almost $7 million, over $7 million in cap already gone between Josh McCown and RG3. Goodbye. Merry Christmas, goodbye, and RG3, Merry Christmas, go fuck yourself. Isiah Crowell and Duke Johnson, I'm actually, content with those guys being my running backs of the future. Both young guys, both guys that can develop. Terrelle Pryor's in a real tricky situation. He's 27 years old, and this is a 5-year rebuild, so might be a little bit too old. But we got Gordon, and we got Coleman. I think we can develop them both. Gary Barnidge, on the other hand, 30 years old. You're on the trade block. Goodbye. We have no really tight end to fill his spot, but it is what it is. 99 overall, Joe Thomas. We better be able to fetch a first-round pick for him. We'll hold on to Joe Bitonio. We got Cameron Irvin, who's kind of a bust right now. We got John Greco, 31 years old, 82 overall. 31 is kind of old, but the depth is not that great. But then again, we say fuck depth according to even the tight end position. Then we got the Canadian Austin Padsour. We'll keep him. Defensive end, I kind of am going to roll with Carl Nassib. Very impressed from him from his senior season at Penn State. So we'll throw up Des Bryant. He's a cap cow anyway. Stephen Pailla, defensive end. We got Danny Shelton, 23 years old, 85. That should develop. We got Jamie Collins, 90. Ogbah, some guy, I can't remember his name, said he did a Browns rebuild, and he suggested that when I do mine, I move Ogbah to a defensive end. So I said, all right, buddy. Stephen Pailla is not that great. So let's move Ogbah to the right defensive end spot, where he's a 78 overall. Not an ideal 3-4 defensive end, but within the realms of Madden, it will work. Middle linebackers are Kirksey and Davis. Not too shabby at all. Outside linebacker is Nate Orchard, who had a pretty solid rookie season for the Browns, but I am a big fan of Scooby Wright. If you watched any of my videos about the 2016-2015 draft process, I was ranting and raving about Scooby Wright, so maybe we'll have him start here at outside linebacker. Not exactly sure. Corner Joe Haden. I was told to get rid of Joe Haden because he decreases, immediately, but maybe it's my Florida Gator bias. I'm gonna hold on to Joe Haden, even though he's 27. We got Tremone Williams. I don't think anyone's going to offer him anything. We'll get rid of him, free up some cap space. Safety. Well, we got legendary Philadelphia Eagle Ed Reynolds there. Strong safeties are horrible. Oh, hey, we got Cody Parkey, though, from the Eagles Protected Franchise Mode. Best kicker in the NFL there. So we'll hold on to him and see what kind of magic we can work. But this is just, I don't know. I mean, this and the 49ers roster are going to be absolute fucking headaches to try to deal with and work with. But you got to get done. And I figure what better than Christmas to finally give you guys the Browns rebuild. So first up on the trade block, Gary Barnidge. We get a couple second-round picks, a second and a fifth from Pittsburgh. I don't like trading within the division, but that is the most value we will get for him, so I'll take that. We got John Greco. We get a third-round pick. I think the second and a seventh from Kansas City. All right. We'll keep acquiring these second-round picks. No goddamn problem. And then Joe Thomas. Come on, first-round pick at least. All right, the Bills first round, Texans. Like 2 first-round picks. Come on. 3 Chiefs. We'll send them to Buffalo. What team's most likely to suck out of all these teams? And probably the Bills. So we'll get the, whatever will give us the best return on our first-round picks. So we got a first-round pick and 2 second-round picks from moving Joe Thomas, Gary Barnidge, and John Greco. So let's now set the official depth chart. We got Cody Kessler here, the rookie. 74 overall is a pretty generous rating, I think, for Cody Kessler, but he'll be our starter for now, but definitely not long-term starter. We have Crowell and Duke Johnson as our running backs. I'm very satisfied with that. We have the super back from Northwestern, Dan Vital, from there. He'll go there, tight end to there now. Pryor, Gordon, and Coleman as our wide receivers. That's not a shit wide receiver core. For as much as I want to give, it's easy to shit on the Browns. That's not awful. In real life, that's obviously difficult to have all those guys on the field at the same time, but in Madden, it's solid. Tight end's horrible. Left tackle, we'll move the rookie from Baylor, Spencer Drango here. We have Bitonio, left guard, he's probably going to be a franchise player. Center, ugh. Right guard, ugh. Right tackle, meh. Couldn't find a trade suit here for Desmond Bryant, but we were going to go with the young guy to get him some XP, Carl Nassib from Penn State. Move him there. And the defensive end, we'll have Emmanuel Ogbah. Hopefully he's a beast. Danny Shelton, 85 overall nose tackle. All right. I thought he was kind of a bust. 85. Where's this rating coming from? Jamie Collins, left outside linebacker. Middle linebacker will be Kirksey and Davis. And outside linebacker, I think we'll give Scooby Wright the chance, even though he's a little bit undersized for the 3-4. Corners will be Joe Haden, Jamar Taylor, and Brian Body Calhoun. Ed Reynolds starting at free safety, and at strong safety going Ibrahim Campbell from Northwestern. Man, a couple Northwestern players here. We just straight up going to Illinois here to recruit half our players. So set our goal. At the lowest you can go is 7 wins. This could be an 0-16 season. Gonna be 100% honest with you. Unless Cody Kessler turns into like literally the greatest quarterback of all time, this is gonna be a rough one. So at the halfway point of your number 1, where are we? Let's just check the bottom. All right, 0-8. I guess we're not as bad as the Niners. Niners are 0-7. We're 0-8. I don't know why they're a spot worse than us. We've lost more games, but either way, it's not that good. You can look at our stats here. Cody Kessler, 1,700 passing yards, 7 touchdowns, 10 picks. Ew. Ew, ew, ew. But hopefully, given him the starting experience, we can maybe flip him for a pick in the upcoming offseason. Isiah Crowell, 431 rushing yards, 5 touchdowns, 90 yards, and 2 touchdowns for Duke Johnson. Corey Coleman, the rookie, leading the team, 34 receptions, 461 yards, 2 touchdowns. Josh Gordon, 306 yards, no touchdowns. Terrelle Pryor, 363 and 2 touchdowns. And we signed Troy Nicholas, the former Notre Dame standout at tight end. He got 350 yards and a touchdown off the street, pretty much for us. Christian Kirksey lead the team with 70 total tackles. And on the sacks front, we got 7.5 from Jamie Collins. Look at Ogbah. Shout out to the guy who told me to move Ogbah to end. 6.5 sacks already. We'll take that for the rookie. He's on pace probably for Defensive Rookie of the Year. And Joe Haden with 2 interceptions leading the team. So let's throw some money around here. Jamie Collins. This is what the Browns knew they were getting into when they traded for him for the Patriots. But luckily, we're able to retain him. And then we'll look at Josh Gordon. And we'll retain Josh Gordon. Like I said, I'm just Terrelle Pryor's at that age. He's got to, you already know he's got to decline a little bit. And what's Padsor say, the Canadian? Oh, we got the Canadian signed here. Jamar Taylor, 25 years old, 78 overall. Didn't he used to play for the Dolphins? Wasn't that good, I don't think. So Terrelle Pryor wants 4 years, so he'll be 31. Wide receivers start to go to shit around 29. But we can't not let Terrelle Pryor leave the team. So let's just send him to play out. This year, like I said, this year's a complete fucking write-off. Alright, well the Steelers won. 1-15. Alright, so I guess that marks the worst overall record we have had in any of these rebuilds that I've done thus far. But we're out of the Cleveland Browns, so I didn't expect too much more than that. Now you might notice this video is a little bit longer, so if I do take pauses, I'm not leaving you guys. There's no glitching. I'm just having a little sippy poo here. 'Tis the season. Cody Kessler, 3,300 passing yards, 14 touchdowns, 17 interceptions. So he is who we thought he was. And it's not a starting NFL quarterback. Crowell with 900 yards and 5 touchdowns. Duke Johnson, 7 touchdowns on the year, but the yards weren't really there. But I guess if you combine both those guys, that looks, a solid running back. Josh Gordon leading the team with 76 receptions, 723 yards, no touchdowns on the year. Terrelle Pryor, 700 yards, 4 touchdowns. Corey Coleman, almost 800 yards and 4 touchdowns. Troy Nicholas, 545 and 3 touchdowns. But overall, we struggled on offense pretty much everywhere. Christian Kirksey leading the team with 141 tackles, 116 for Demario Davis, and 102 for Ed Reynolds. On the sacks front, Jamie Collins with 8.5. Ooh, Emmanuel Ogbah, 13 sacks. The transition from end is great. Much like Bruce Jenner. Successful transition there. Jamie Collins also at 8.5 sacks. For the interceptions, everyone there at the top tied with 2. Body, Colleen, Hayden, Reynolds, and Davis. Secondary is certainly a work in progress. Let's take a look here at the yearly awards. Le'Veon Bell won the MVP. Mike McCarthy, Coach of the Year. And I'll let you guys just look through this. We're not going to have any Cleveland Browns, and this will be a little sippy poo. Get me a little bit of buzz going on while we close. Oh, look, Cody Kessler, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Maybe that will help his stock here when we try to trade him. Corey Coleman coming in number 7. Ogbah, Defensive Rookie of the Year. I guess, look, our young players performed well. If that's the one thing we have to, kind of rest our... And Scooby Wright coming in at number 10. If that's the one thing we have to rest our hat on. At least we have that, right? I don't think we're going to have, anyone else show up here. No wide receivers for sure. Oh, fuck off. Joe Thomas, number 1. Of course he would be number 1. Why not? We're going to enjoy that first-round pick. Oh, Ogbah was actually, I think, number 7 on the D-line there, but your boy C4 skipped over it. And best defensive back we had? No one. So we'll take a look and see what the actual Super Bowl matchup here in year number 1 was. So the San Diego Chargers went over the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Seattle Seahawks went over the Minnesota Vikings to set up a Charger Seahawks Super Bowl. I'm guessing the Seahawks won. But then again, the sim is pretty favorable to the Chargers. And there you go. San Diego, I'm convinced that not only like there's just some patterns and storylines and stuff with the sim, it was a Chargers fan that made it. So it's time for free agency here in year number 1. We have $72 million of cap, so we can sign literally anyone we want. But we all know, of course, there's never a good player in free agency. Year number 1. Don't want any of these people. All right, well, we definitely do need a tight end. And we have Trey Burton there, who we used, I think, with the Detroit Lions. He's pretty good. As an Eagle fan, I know Trey Burton's incredibly underrated, so we'll make him. I'm comfortable with having him be our starting tight end of this connected franchise mode. Tackle, offensive lineman, center, no one, literally no one. We have Warmack, who always hits free agency. But see, what I'm thinking with Warmack is maybe I could move him to center. That's what I'm thinking. We don't necessarily need a guard right now. We have Bailey, that's a 75 overall guard. So maybe, just maybe, we can move Chance Warmack here to center. See what we do during the draft. So on the defensive side of the ball, I think we're actually pretty set there. David Irving, different scheme. He's a 4-3. We're a 3-4. Do we need? Maybe, no, we won't get him. Heaven forbid there be a fucking cornerback when we need one. We got DJ Swearinger here, safety. He actually could be worth. Oh my god. Well, he was. The bidding action on him was way too high. Well, J.J. Wilcox. We could use safety in either spot. Look at that. Of course, both safeties are going to be incredibly expensive. Like, how much do I have to offer here to get 116 points right now for the Washington Redskins? That is a gigantic gap to try to close. He's a Dallas Cowboy, I know. So, we'll back out of that race. Let's see who we ended up signing here. I know who we did. I know at least we got Warmack, because we move him to center. Okay, cool. Go to the draft. Big draft here. We got 2 first-round picks, couple second-round picks. Let's go and build this franchise. And what you're going to see here is something. The beginning of the most incredible player that I have ever drafted thus far in all my rebuilds. I'm going to have a little heart-to-heart when something happens down the line. So with the first... This is my draft before I edit them. I absolutely fucking hit home runs. This is the highest rated quarterback I've seen. I've seen an 85 before. I remember the 49ers drafted an 85 overall quarterback once. But 82 is the highest overall player I think I have drafted with a first overall pick, some quarterback. Look, we got a 77 in the 5th round. 71 in the 6th round. We got 78 with our second first round pick. Like, we hit. This was a great draft. So I'm just showing you I didn't juice a damn thing. But we get DeShone Kizer, the quarterback from Notre Dame, 82 overall, superstar trait. Just keep that in mind, superstar trait for when you see what his growth happens. And then the 10th pick, we got Jamal Adams, a strong safety from LSU. And then in the 2nd round, we got Roderick Johnson, the left tackle from Florida State. All 3 of these guys, as you know, are real players. And then because we absolutely hit here on the 5th round, we just made Zach Banner, who is one of the better guards, probably going 3rd round, real name. For some reason he's white. I'm going to have to change that at some point. I'm pretty sure he's black in real life. But we have DeShone Kizer, the next franchise quarterback. We already did it with Lamar Jackson, so I figure we're doing the Browns. It's a highly flammable rebuild. We best be using a big-name prospect. And Kaiser's right up there with Lamar Jackson. Cody Kessler were able to fetch a 2nd-round pick from him, winning Offensive Rookie of the Year last season. I was impressed with that price tag. And I was happy we got a very favorable return. So looking at our depth chart here, heading for year number 2, we have Kizer, 82 overall. What is he in? I mean, that's a good combination. Kizer, mobile quarterback, can run. We got Crowell and Duke Johnson still stayed even with their overalls. No real development there, which is kind of disappointing. But, you can't always have guys that grow a lot. Terrelle Pryor stayed even at 83. Josh Gordon, I think, came up a point or 2 to 80. And Corey Coleman at 80. So that's a nice young wide receiver core for the most part. Youth on their side. To help out DeShone Kizer in his first year. Then we got Trey Burton, free agency signing from Florida and Philadelphia, 80 overall. Rookie Roderick Johnson, our 2nd-round pick. We'll start at left tackle. Batonio, 84 overall left guard. Center, Chance Warmack, 83 overall. Hopefully he can get that snapping down. I know he's a guard. I don't think he's ever played center, really. 77 overall Zach Banner here at right guard. Still going to, change his face and make him some, sexual healing. I guess that's my way of saying black. I don't know. Austin Padzer will start at right tackle, the Canadian, 78 overall. Durango, 75. We'll have some solid depth there. And by solid depth, I mean slightly average depth. I don't know why we're stalling it here. Am I thinking about switching? I don't know. Carl Nassib, left defensive end, 76 overall, so a 4-point jump for him from his rookie season, which is nice to see. Ogbah, after winning Defensive Rookie of the Year, up to an 81. Danny Shelton stayed even at 85, which is somewhat surprising. Jamie Collins to a 91 overall, outside linebacker. Kirksey, 82, and Demario Davis, 77. And then for right outside linebacker, we signed the veteran DeMarcus Ware, 83 overall, for pretty much pennies on the dollar, which is nice. Jamar Taylor and Joe Haden will be our starting corners. We still need to improve the cornerback depth. We got free safety Jarris Bird, who was a great Buffalo Bill at a bust in New Orleans, as our free safety. And then rookie Jamal Adams, 78 overall, strong safety, will start. Robbie Gould as our kicker, and Jacob Shum as the punter. Sorry, Cody Parkey, your stats were horrible. We had to get rid of you, as much as it pained me to do that. Well, let's quickly just, let's keep things racially even, and let's make Zach Banner the big, beautiful black man that he is. I mean, he kind of looks kind of dark there. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why I kept him there. Skin number 5. He's not the darkest motherfucker. He's not as Charlie Murphy would say from the Chappelle Show. He's not darkness. But we'll take that. All right, season goal for your number 2. I'm going to say 7 wins again. We got 1 win last year. This team's not that much farther along, I don't think. So 7 wins again for your number 2. I think that's a solid goal. All right. So sipping to the halfway point of your number 2, your Buffalo Browns, and by Buffalo Browns, I mean Cleveland Browns. Jesus, drinks a little bit strong. 2-5. See, that's the joke behind the video. I kept saying that I haven't been doing the Browns rebuild because they take a lot of money, so I'm kind of getting drunk right now as I record this. So DeShone Kizer at the halfway point, 2,000 passing yards, 13 touchdowns, 8 picks. So that is a very, very good stats. On pace for fucking 4,000 yards. Let's go. Let's go, DeShone. Isiah Crowell, 506 rushing yards, 5 touchdowns. Duke Johnson with 4 touchdowns. So that's, so I'd say average, maybe slightly below average for rushing. Trey Burton leading the team with 42 receptions, 512 yards, and 5 touchdowns. Great return from a free agency signing. Josh Gordon, 371 yards, no touchdowns. Corey Coleman, almost 500 yards and 5 touchdowns. And Terrelle Pryor, 391 and 1. So I'm impressed with everything except from Josh Gordon. I think Josh Gordon hasn't caught a touchdown in 2 years up to this point. Christian Kirksey leading the team with 60 total tackles. On the sacks front, Ogbah, not surprised at all. This guy's a monster at end. 5.5 sacks for him thus far. Collins, Kirksey, and Taylor all have 1 pick. And now it's time to throw a couple bucks around here. So Joe Bitonio, he's a guy we see as a franchise interior offensive lineman. We'll extend him. I like Christian Kirksey as a middle linebacker. We'll extend him. Wasn't he the small Madden glitch player from a couple years ago? Wasn't like that kind of his claim to fame? Okay, well, let's simulate to the playoffs here in season number 2. I assume bad things are only here. Oh, 5-11. Well, 5-11 when you're the Browns is like going undefeated with almost any other team. So I'm patting myself on the back here. 511 points against, which is way more than any other team that's on that list. We need to keep stepping up on the defense. That's where we're gonna have to go with this year's draft class. So we finished up the year though. Ooh. Phenomenal stat line for DeShone Kizer. Almost 4,200 passing yards, 31 touchdowns, and 15 picks. I will take that every day of the week. That is not a bad stat line at all. That's probably Offensive Rookie of the Year right there. With his superstar trait, I don't know how much fucking XP he'll have. Isiah Crowell, 1,100 yards, 9 touchdowns. Very, very acceptable. Duke Johnson, 424 and 7 touchdowns. But Crowell, well, there you go. I was kind of concerned. I thought maybe I should move on from one of them and just have one lead back. But this 2-headed running back attack is looking all right. Josh Gordon lead the team with 80 receptions, 835 yards. Finally got himself a touchdown. Trey Burton, almost 900 yards and 5 touchdowns as a tight end. Corey Coleman, an excellent season. 930 yards, 10 touchdowns. Terrelle Pryor, 888 receiving yards and 4 touchdowns. And look at Hawkins getting there with 4 touchdowns as well. Defense side of the ball, Christian Kirksey, 137 tackles, 108 for Demario Davis, 103 for Jamie Collins. And look at DeMarcus Ware, old man DeMarcus Ware, 101 tackles. Not a bad free agent signing for us here. With the sacks front, 16.5 sacks from Emmanuel Ogbah. That guy is a stud. That is a gem. That guy's a hidden gem. Joe Haden and Jamar Taylor both had 2 interceptions to lead the team. It was a pretty disappointing secondary, I can only imagine. Let's take a look here at the yearly awards. Drew Brees won the MVP award with the Saints. He usually leaves the Saints after year number 2. And Bob won Coach of the Year with the Houston Texans. Le'Veon Bell won Offensive Player of the Year with DeShone Kizer coming in at number 8. I don't know why I skipped over that. Come on, C4. He was right there. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to DeShone Kizer. Man, the XP is going to be sick. It's going to be a thick amount of XP. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Jamal Adams came number 5 on the short list, which is not too shabby. Best QB went to Joe Flacco. Kizer coming in at number 7. Hey, let's go. That's not bad for a rookie at all. Le'Veon Bell won Best Running Back. No love to Crowell. AB won Best Wide Receiver. We're not going to have anyone. Best Offensive Lineman for back-to-back years, of course, would go to Joe Thomas. Best Defensive Lineman went to Justin Houston. Ogbah coming in at number 7, emerging as one of the best young defensive linemen in the league. We had no one for linebacker, and we're definitely not having anyone for defensive back. So that's all right. So let's take a look here at the playoffs and what happened in season number 2. The Ravens lost to the Houston Texans, and the Seahawks once again finding their way back to the Super Bowl. Back-to-back seasons, they went over the Washington Redskins, and they lose again. The Seahawks becoming the Buffalo Bills. Houston Texans win 35-30. Not a bad season for them. So let's take a look at free agency here in year number 2. Still $40 million. Got a lot of money to spend. So let's look here at a backup quarterback. We got Kevin Hogan out of Stanford. I think he could potentially at some point be a capable NFL player. Rawls at running back. Nah. Fullback. We don't really run a fullback. Davante Adams. Now that's interesting. 25 years old, 85. I've yet to sign you. You have a superstar development trait, which is good for you. All right, we'll get you locked in because I'm kind of concerned about Terrelle Pryor's age. Look, he's already below Josh Gordon. I haven't spent any of the XP yet, but I think we're gonna need to get Davante Adams locked in here. Give DeShone Kizer the most weapons going forward. Tight end, we're good with him. Offensive lineman, there's nothing. Whoa, that kind of glitched out. Defensive line, we're all right. Linebackers, we're cool. We do need a right outside linebacker. And I hate doing this because he's been probably my most used player thus far, but he just fits with some of the teams I'm trying to do. Jeremiah Toshu from the San Diego Chargers. On the secondary, there's not a whole lot of guys here, unfortunately. Sign ourselves a kicker. We'll get Cairo Santos, the Brazilian. Que pasa? When I was in high school, that's what we got. When we got foreign exchange students, they're either from Mexico or Brazil, and I usually made friends with a couple of them because the Mexican girls were... Actually, the Brazilian chick was probably the finest chick I've ever met in my life. But that's another story for another day. Let's see how we did in free agency. Look, we got Adams, we got a Toshu, and we got Cairo Santos filling in some holes before we hit year number 2 draft. Now, I recorded this 2 days ago, and I can't remember what I did in the second draft, to be honest with you. So it's going to be a surprise, but let's spend this XP. Okay, here's something I forgot. I look, 31,000 XP for DeShone Kizer. I was worried that everyone was going to think I was juicing his overall when you see it. That's maybe I'm hyping something up here, but I was like, man, everyone's going to stop watching. I think this is unrealistic. You saw 31,000 experience points. I've never had anything. That's 10,000 more than the highest I've ever seen. Keep that at that. So here in year number 2, we went secondary. We got with the 5th overall pick, we got Tony Brown, the corner from Alabama, 79 overall. Then with the number 25 pick in the first round, we got Malik Hooker, the free safety from Ohio State, 75 overall. Then in the second round, staying with Ohio, trying to bring some homegrown talent. We got Garyon Conley, the corner from Ohio State, 74 overall. We got a solid running back here, 72. Kaliko. Great apologies. It comes with the territory of drinking. Kaliko McCord. I'm going to try my best not to. That burp just had to come out. That's what it felt like after just devouring that draft. Devouring that XP that we spent on DeShone Kizer. So my apologies. It came off a little bit rude. So Terrelle Pryor, 29 years old. Now that we have Davante Adams, he's come somewhat expendable here. And we'll trade him, flip him for a second-round pick. Obviously, the Ravens are hurting. They're more in a win-now mode. Okay, so here's the depth chart. Look at Kizer's overall. 89 overall. I've never seen anything like that. I don't even think Lamar Jackson got that high. I guess that's what happened. Like when I did this, I was like, okay, C4, leave enough time to explain that I wasn't juicing a goddamn player. And here's what I do. If people ask me if I juice players, I do, but only 1 point, 1 overall point if they make any of the lists at the end. That's why I kind of show the yearly awards and where guys finished. If one of my guys, for example, if I have a left guard that finishes on that short list, if he's an 84 overall, I'll make him an 85 overall before I spend the XP. So that's kind of my reward system. I think the game doesn't give you XP if you make any of those short lists, where they should. Those are pretty much Pro Bowls and stuff like that. But But this year, did not touch him. 30 something. He was 82 superstar trait, all that XP, 31,000, made him an 89 overall, which is incredible. The biggest progression I've seen so far. Running back stayed about the same. We got Devontae Adams, our big free agent, signing 85. Josh Gordon and Corey Coleman both sitting at an 81 here, the wide receiver position. Trey Burton 82. That's a 2-point grade for him, but he was almost a 1,000-yard tight end for us last season. Roderick Johnson an 80 overall left tackle. We're gonna have. That's actually pretty good regression. I think he only went 1 point. That was a little bit unfortunate. Batonio still here at guard. Center is going to be Chance Warmack, who went from an 83 to an 85, which is good for him. That's about as high as he gets. But then again, I've only ever had him at guard. Never had him at center. Banner didn't really go up much here at guard. Padsor went up a point or two at right tackle. Carl Nassib stayed even, I think, at 78 here at defensive end, which is kind of disappointing. He growed really good in his first year. Ogbah up to an 85 after a 16.5 sack season. He's a monster. Danny Shelton up to an 87. Jamie Collins, 91. Middle linebackers, we're going to have Christian Kirksey, 84. And then straight up, just forgot, I guess, to buy a second middle linebacker. Maybe your boy C4 forgot we're running a 3-4, sorry. Toshu, once again, finding his way into one of my rebuilds. 86 overall right outside linebacker. Joe Haden from an 85 down to an 81. Ugh. But now we have Tony Baum and Garyon Conley in the corner, so we have a lot more depth there. But Haden, ugh, maybe I should have got rid of him. That is some bad regression right there. He's not even that old. He's like 28. We got Malik Hooker, our second-round draft pick. Second round? Or maybe our first-round draft pick. We have 2 first-round draft picks as the safeties, Jamal Adams and Malik Hooker. So those guys better be able to get it clicking and help us out here a little bit in year number 2. So our goal for this season, we still have yet to break 7. Last year we had 5 wins, so I think it's probably easy to say with 7 wins for the 3rd straight year. Come on, small goals, baby steps. We can do this. So we'll advance to the mid-season point here in year number 3, and we'll see where your Cleveland Browns are at. Oh, shit, tied for first in the division. We will take that. I guess that's what happens when you have a second year and 89 overall quarterback. We're in the playoff spot right now. I think that's the last playoff spot. 12th overall in the NFL. So that is goddamn night and day from where we were year 1. Browns fans, if you're watching this. If you're watching this, Browns fans, first of all, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. It's your first time stopping. But if you're watching this on Christmas, maybe let's bring a little bit of joy to your fucking hollow heart, seeing that they're doing pretty good here. So DeShone Kizer at the halfway point of year number 3. 1,700 passing yards, 15 touchdowns, 2 picks. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Fully what I expect from a quarterback of his caliber. Isiah Crowell, 490 rushing yards, 4 touchdowns. Duke Johnson with 4 touchdowns as well. A little bit off the pace of where I want him to be, but you never know. Receiving, Josh Gordon leading the team with 43 receptions, 383 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Trey Burton, 367 and 2. Devontae Adams, 430 and 6. So that's a great return from a free agent signing. And Corey Coleman with 330 and 2. Defense side of the ball, Christian Kirksey once again leading the team with 74 total tackles. He's a tackle machine. On the sacks front, we got 6.5 from Jamie Collins, 6.5 from the stud himself, Emmanuel Ogbah. Take that. And 2 interceptions from old man Haden. So, I mean, both those guys are on pace for double-digit sacks, which is nice, as we re-signed Danny Shelton. We got Duke Johnson here, who I was a little bit uncertain about. I wasn't sure if I wanted to throw the cash at Duke Johnson right away, but I want that 2-headed running attack. I think that's a great balance to have. And in case when I actually take over, I think I might want the speedier back here in Duke Johnson, so we'll offer him a little bit. I think Duke Johnson suits my play style more than Isiah Crowell. And then once I take over in the playoffs, eventually, fingers crossed that we make the playoffs, I may want to try to lie with the faster back as opposed to the power back. So at the end of year number 3, look at that, squeak it in. Let's go get in. Last playoff spot, Cleveland Browns 9-7. It's not pretty, not the prettiest. We barely squeaked in over the Texans. I don't know what the tiebreaker was, but year 3 making the. I thought this was gonna be like maybe year 4 we'd make the playoffs. So we're a year ahead of schedule. DeShone Kizer, very solid year. 3,800 passing yards, 27 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions. So that's, you know, a little bit lower than where he was last year. I'm not exactly sure why. Maybe the loss of Terrelle Pryor is affecting him a lot, but I'll take that. Look at that. Look at those rushing touchdowns. 888 yards, 11 touchdowns, 728 yards, 14 touchdowns from Duke Johnson. So that's exactly what I said when I was re-signing Duke Johnson. This is a 2-headed running attack, very effective. Josh Gordon leading the team with 79 receptions, 700 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Trey Burton, again, monster. Almost just shy of 1,000 yards for a tight end. 900 yards and 5 touchdowns. Devontae Adams, 800 yards and 8 touchdowns. Almost 900 yards, sorry, and 8 touchdowns. 790 and 5 for Corey Coleman. 3 receivers. That's 17 touchdowns for Duke Johnson. Crazy. Christian Kirksey, once again, leading the team with 151 tackles. 103 for Schobert, and 102 for Jamie Collins. On the sacks front, we got Ogbah's a beast, man. 17 sacks for Emmanuel Ogbah, 10.5 for Jamie Collins, 8.5 from free agency signing Jeremiah Atoshu. I'll take that. We're looking like our defense might be better than our offense. 5 picks for old man Joe Haden, 5 for rookie Tony Brown. So that should be a defensive rookie of the year award for him. 2 for Jamie Collins and 2 for Jamal Adams. So let's take a look here at the yearly awards and where we're at. At year number 3, Big Ben won the MVP. No love for it. Cody Kessler. Oh, what? No way. Fuck off. That would never happen. Coach of the year went to fake Bill Belichick. Hey, Hugh Jackson coming at number 9. I guess I'm surprised. I thought the Browns make the playoffs. You'd easily get Coach of the Year. Offensive Player of the Year went to Big Ben. Defensive Player of the Year went to Khalil Mack. Kirksey coming at number 5. Finally getting some recognition. Jamie Collins, number 6. Where's Ogbah? Who's our best player? Offensive Rookie of the Year. Who the fuck that is? Backup tight end. That's our backup running back. Tony Brown coming at number 3. I guess 5 picks only gets you the number 3 spot. Malik Hooker coming in at number 9. Ben Roethlisberger won Best QB. DeShone Kizer making the short list at number 10. Le'Veon Bell won Best Running Back. Nothing else there. Best Wide Receiver. We're not going to have anyone. Best Offensive Lineman. Hey, it wasn't Joe Thomas. He only came 2nd this year. Keep rubbing it in my face, why don't you? Ogbah coming at number 3 for defensive line. Not bad. Best linebacker went to Jamie Collins. Put some respect on his name. And best defensive back, Tony Brown and Joe Haden, 2 and 3. So that's night and day. We had one of the worst secondaries just a year ago. Now we have number 2 and number 3 in the AFC. So we have a divisional matchup here in the wild card, taking on the 12 and 4. 12 and 4 made the wild card? Jesus Christ. All right, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers at Heinz Field, finally getting to play with DeShone Kizer. Let's see what the hype is about. Dropping back, solid pocket, hitting. I don't know who that is. The goddamn colors are horrible on this. I think that was Ricardo Lewis. 4-5 for 74 yards here early in the first quarter for DeShone Kizer. And we got to remember, he's a mobile quarterback. He's a big motherfucker, 6'4", 230. Kind of like a poor man's Cam Newton, but he can run a little bit. Jury's still out if he's the best quarterback in this year's 2016 draft class. I think he might be decent enough that he can. Look at that throw. What a throw and catch. Who caught that? Who's 17? Is that Josh Gordon? Devontae Adams, free agent signing, making a big-time grab there. Great extension of the play from DeShone Kizer to make it a 7-6 game. Pittsburgh went down, got a touchdown. I think missed the extra point, but you never know with Pittsburgh. They might have just went for 2 and fucked that up. We have a 1-point lead, and we're looking to score again. Just creeping in the red zone. Great release. Look at that throw and the run. You're feeling the throw and run right now. You can see it. I felt it. I was like, man, this is good. This guy is special. His pads look a little wonky. He looks kind of square-bodied there a little bit. All right, let's go with the C4 specialer, strong toss, 5 yards and in. We have Duke Johnson as a running back, speedier guy. Yeah, we do. And we throw it to Duke Johnson, and look at that, untouched. I guess, you know, maybe the Steelers thought we still had a Crowell, and then we're going to punch it up the middle. But now we put in the shiftier Duke Johnson to go up 14-6. Let's go. All right, good defensive stuff. All right, so now a couple things happen. It looked like field goals would have happened on both ends. So 17-12. It's 3rd and 2, and let's mix in here a little bit of play action. Let's see what play action pass is saying. Oh my God, man! Just the patience to wait for that to develop, and it's just fitting it through that very, very tight window. DeShone Kizer. Now we're picking up here in the red zone. Yes, sir. I'll take that up. 1st and goal on the 7. Let's see what we got. Always got to keep the keeper in the back pocket there. We can run. And there was one of those situations. I can't be the only one done that. When you're trying to hut the ball and you hit A and then it finally huts and you just throw it to your tight end real quick. More often than not, that it does result in an interception. I need to step that up a little bit. Gotta cut that shit out of my games. I'm a semi-successful YouTuber here. Oh, Kizer just chucks the shit out of that guy and then tries to John Elway it into the. Doesn't dive. He got brought down at the 1. But look at that. Just shaking the tackler. And get off me for sure. That's a lot. And that's Bud Dupree. That's not like you'd assume. Okay, he probably did that. He's probably swatted like, you know, one of the small corners they have there in Pittsburgh. No, that was a fucking Bud Dupree, the monster. Well, not a monster, but a big motherfucker from Kentucky. Now it's 3rd and goal on the 1, and then we get stuffed. Of course, we get stuffed. Maybe that was a situation where maybe Crowell might have been a better option. But we'll kick the field goal here to go up a full 8 points. Put all the pressure on Big Ben in front of his home crowd. You can't lose to the fucking Browns, right? That's what the fans must be saying. Hold them to, I don't know what that was. Field goal? Touchdown? What the fuck? They went for a touchdown. They try to go for 2 to make it. And then, of course, they get some more goddamn points. Another touchdown. So they're 25-20. We're in the red zone. And look at that. Great catch by Davante Adams. Makes some guys miss. Gets absolutely rocked by Mike Mitchell, but fumbles the ball out of bounds. Okay, luckily he didn't fumble that in the end zone, or that would have been a touchback. But I can work with this. On the 3, ideally, the strong toss might not even get us in. Like, hopefully, they stop this first one so I can let the clock run a little bit. But I mean, whatever. You're not going to not take a touchdown right there. If they give it to you, that looked like they were giving it to us. But that will put us up 27-25. Let's see if our defense can make a stop. And they do. Oh, wait. Hey, there we go. Took 3 years. But we finally have a victory. A playoff victory for the Cleveland Browns. So that does it for me here today, guys. Thank you for watching another episode of Realistic Rebuilds today, where we did the no. Let's keep it going. I probably could have just ended it there, because that's pretty much the greatest story in the history of any rebuild on YouTube, is winning one single playoff game with the Cleveland Browns. And then, why not, in the divisional round, take on the New England Patriots? We're going through goddamn fucking hell's row here. 12-4 Steelers. Now we get the 13-3 New England Patriots. We already found ourselves in a 7-0 hole. I guess, you know, if we can fucking squeak back this. We have some very, very un-Cleveland Brown-like victories that I'm not ashamed about at all. So on the 30, dropping back, play action pass, trying to mix that in there. Kizer with a cannon, hitting Josh Gordon, holds onto it, gets absolutely rocked there by Harmon at number 30, but he brings the ball up to the 1-yard line, where it's about time to hit them with that C4 special. Not the field goal, the other C4 special. Let's go with the pitch. I guess not. I guess, what? Who's letting Hugh Jackson call the plays? We're running up the middle. I don't know about that one, C4. Hey, look, it worked. I'm more of a pitch guy myself. I don't know what got into me on that one. All right, 7-7 ball game. Oh, shit. Pittsburgh, I don't know if they still have Tom Brady or not. I think they do. Oh, no, wait. Your number 3 Brady's not there. But whoever they have, fucking 14-9 right now. We got a field goal. I think that was a field goal. Safety, I guess. Oh, we'll take off with Kizer here. Look at that monster run. Looks like a goddamn deer. Like a gazelle. Right up there. 2 rushes, 25 yards in the first half. Big body, man. And he's good carrying. I've run a couple times that you haven't seen just because it wasn't big plays. And he hasn't fumbled it once. Knock on wood. But it's looking all right. All right, what are we going to do here, boy? What we got to do here, bah? With Josh Gordon. Gain up 4 yards. Dink and Diamond, 5-7 for 84 yards. Against a, you know, not amazing, but a very solid New England Patriots secondary. They're more the product of the whole. The whole is greater than the individuals on the Patriots. Their unit is better than the big name plays. Look at that, hitting Lewis, Ricardo Lewis. The biggest catch he's caught since he absolutely hoard the Georgia Bulldogs. Touchdown, baby. That's the lead. That's a 2-point lead right now. Over the New England Patriots in Foxborough. Look at Kizer again, scrambling, throwing the run. Ooh, that was not the best of throws. Kyle Van Noy breaking that up, the former Detroit Lion and BYU Cougar. He's a little Mormon. Dum 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 dum. 2nd and 10 on the 12. Come on, we want a touchdown before the end of the half. Great pocket. Yeah, here we go. Hit Corey Coleman. That should make it up to what? 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2. What are we gonna hit him with? Hit him with this play. Maybe Duke Johnson at the backfield could be a solid option. That would have been a great option, C4. But then we also realized we have this monster just scampered into DeShone Kizer. You could just feel, man, this guy is everything that you want a franchise QB to do. I'm not saying for real life. I don't really know if I'm sold on him in real life, but in Madden, he's absolute money. 23-14 here. Now we're opening up the second half. It's 26-14, so we added a field goal. Now DeShone Kizer, look, man, shout out to the offensive line. They're playing pretty solid. Look, what a fucking throw and catch from DeShone Kizer. I think that's Adams. Davante Adams, a free agency signing. Ooh, that's the kind of things. That's the kind of skill set Kizer gives you that a guy like Cody Kessler would never. It's 33-17. We're skipping ahead here. 36-24. High scoring game. Definitely not a shabby game for the fans to watch. But we're going to make Bill Belichick. Did the Browns fire Belichick or did Belichick quit? I think the Browns fired him. So this is somewhat a revenge game from, you know, the Browns trying to take on fake Belichick. As we just chuck it up to Davante Adams again. Padding the stats. You know, in the realm of fantasy, you gotta drink it in, man. And by man, I mean Cleveland Browns fans. Look at this, a 43-24 playoff victory over the New England Patriots after beating the Pittsburgh Steelers in the first round. We just captured lightning in a bottle, I think, with the Browns. Like, they are playing a lot better. Like, this offensive line is incredible. I haven't felt pressure one motherfucking time. And then, who would have bet that? In the conference championship, it would have been the Browns and the Jags. All right, it's a rainy day here in Jacksonville. Already found ourselves down 3-0. But, I mean, if we can beat the Patriots, if we can beat the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Jags, come on. Let's see what Kizer can do. Let's fucking undo that fucking bottle here and let the lightning explode all over your face. Sex joke. All right, I'm liking the grabs in traffic here. So many times, that's one of the first things I can kind of shit on my team about is they never make like a big contested catch or anything like that. They've been doing that all over the place, be it Josh Gordon or Devontae Adams. I'm happy. Very, very satisfied. It's on the 6-yard line. We want a touchdown. We want to settle for a field goal here. Kizer, I'll take off, baby. Look at that. Again. I don't know what his speed is. I think it's like 83, 84. Not amazing, but not shabby. You know, not Lamar Jackson-esque, but definitely more so than, you know, a Mitch Trubisky, who's been the other quarterback we've used. All right, so we're down 7-10. Defense is, you know, looks like actually our offense is struggling. I'm not getting a lot of play of the moments over here. All right, touchdown can tie it. We got a couple. We're in the red zone here before the end of the first half. Oh, left bumper. There we go. Corey Coleman wide open to give the Cleveland Browns, your Cleveland Browns, a 1-point lead. Hopefully before halftime, unless the Super Sim takes over and gives them their bullshit points before the end of the first half, which it looks like. Oh, they didn't. We got the stop. Cool. All right. All right, let's take this takeover on third down. I'm still up 1. Defense has been doing their part. Offense, not so much. Haven't had a lot of moments to play. We'll send Devontae Adams deep, see what he can do. Oh, I'll take that. Take that jump ball. Oh, good coverage, 21. Is that Jalen Ramsey? Aaron Colvin. That was good coverage. I like that matchup. Big body receiver. I think we made the field goal to make it a 17-13 game. Then they went down the field and scored a touchdown. So now we're in the fourth quarter, down 3 on the 1-yard line. We're going to hit him with the C4 special. Looks like we're running up the middle again. Are we sure this is the best idea? Nope, definitely not a good idea at all. Duke Johnson, 23 rushes, 77 yards. So that's meh. It's very meh. Hopefully we break the 100-yard mark once we get the ball back after this and kill the clock. Start, you know, controlling the clock. Well, now we'll hit him with the C4 special. Look at that. Easy money. Duke Johnson in to make it 24-20. You just need our defense to keep playing hard ball. Get the ball back into our offense's hand. Oh. All right, down a field goal. Oh, looks like our defense decided to roll over. We got one last chance here at the 2-minute warning. Down 10. Hit him with the Hail Mary, I suppose. 2 turnovers already. I haven't had a goddamn turnover myself. The computer has not been helping us out. With Josh Gordon, and rest in peace, Josh Gordon. That flag, I don't think it's on them. It looks like that's offensive holding. And it's going to be turned over on downs, and it is. Who's the guilty party? Roderick Johnson. Idiot. Well, it definitely was one hell of a journey. 37-24. Well, we made a couple memories on the way. Beat the Steelers. Beat the Patriots. We'll take that. Okay, so 37-24. Cool. Let's see the Super Bowl. So we saw that game. We don't need to talk about that game. And the Seahawks going to the Super Bowl for the 3rd straight year, beating the Dallas Cowgirls, which is nice to see. And then the Seahawks beat the Jags. Dominant franchise right now. That's a dynasty the Seahawks are working in right now. So taking a look at the free agents here in year number 3. Devontae Parker, been there, done that with the Dolphins. No one really. Maybe Freeman, but he's super old. We do need another linebacker, though. Maybe Manti Te'o. We can bring him and his fake girlfriend here. Corner, maybe. Do I still have my faith in Joe Haden? Not exactly sure. Not a great free agency period. Not a lot of substance there. So we'll just send right ahead to the year 4 draft. We're now entering year 4. This is where we're going to stop using real prospects. This is year 3 draft, right? It's not year 4. 2018, 16, 17. Yeah, year 3 draft. So we'll spend some XP there real quick to get our guys all juiced up. So we make sure we make the best draft picks possible. And in the recap, let's see how well we did. All right, we got left defensive end Sheldon Reister from Notre Dame, 74 overall. In the second round, we got Quadarius Griffin, the safety from Texas A&M, 78 overall. Then the second round, with one of our 2 second-round picks, we got a 72 overall running back. And then the fourth round, we got a 73 overall fullback. We got 2 fullbacks. I guess we need a serious run on fullbacks. So now entering year 4, let's take a look here at our depth chart. Kizer up to a 91 overall. Franchise swag. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. I don't think in real life he's going to be this good, but within the realms of Madden, he's balling out for us. Running back stayed about the same. Fullback, we got the rookie. Devontae Adams up to an 87. Corey Coleman, 83. Josh Gordon, 81. So I think Josh Gordon has peaked. 81 will be the highest he goes. For us, Trey Burton up to an 84 at tight end. Roger Johnson, 81 overall left tackle. Left guard, Blatonio staying even at 84. I think he peaked. Chance Warmack, 85, staying there. Maybe he peaked. Zach Banner went from a 79 to an 81. We'll take that. Austin Padzor stayed even at 80. So not a lot of development on the offensive line. Nassib stayed even at 78 once again, so maybe he peaked. Ogbah up to an 87 after a 17-sack season. This guy's been incredible. Absolutely incredible for us. Maybe our best player outside of DeShone Kizer. Danny Shelton staying even at an 87. We got Collins at left outside linebacker. Our middle linebackers are looking like Kirksey and Manti Te'o. So that's basically 3 linebackers with Kirksey, Te'o, and his girlfriend. Jeremiah Toshu, 86 overall, right outside linebacker. Hayden, 83 overall corner. Brown, 83 overall corner. Jamar Taylor and Garyon Connolly make out our well-rounded cornerback room core. Malik Hooker, 78 safety. I don't think he developed very much, which is unfortunate. But let's actually make Tony Brown number 1 there. But I don't know why Hooker's not developing too much. That would suck. Jamal Adams, on the other hand, up to an 83 overall, so he's looking very nice. So after our last big playoff run in year number 3, I think our bottom line here should be making the playoffs. So let's send to the midseason point here of year number 4. And not looking great. Cleveland Browns are all the way down here at 3-4. That's not the win-loss record of a team with a 91 overall quarterback. Let's see the stats. See what's going on. See if we can find some answers. All right, DeShone Kizer was 1,800 yards, 12 touchdowns, 5 picks, so definitely off the pace from his rookie season. His rookie season has been his best season thus far, which is somewhat surprising. Crowell on pace for over 1,000 yards, 586 yards, 1 touchdown. Duke Johnson with 3 touchdowns to his name. So Crowell's on his pace on his way for over 1,000 yards there. Gordon leading the team, 40 receptions, 495 and 3. Trey Burton, 457 and 2. Devontae Adams, 450 and 4. Coleman, 220 and 1. Got to get him more involved. Christian Kirksey for the 4th straight year, leading the team with 62 tackles. On the sacks front, we got 5.5 from Ogbah, 3 from Jamie Collins Sr. And then for interceptions, we got 2 from Tony Brown, and a couple guys tied with 1. So let's look at free. Let's spend some cash here. We're gonna get Chance Warmack, our free agent signing from a couple years. We'll re-sign him. Our center, we'll re-sign Josh Gordon. Ogbah's gonna want to get paid. Look at that, 50, a 5-year, almost 50. Oh Jesus, 5-year, $56 million. He earned it. He's been a stud. Corey Coleman having a bit of a down year, but you can't ever use those goddamn things when it comes to negotiations. We'll re-sign him though. Old man Joe Haden wants a 1-year deal. Might as well. 5 picks last year. I think he was number 3 defensive back in the AFC. And then at the end of the year, 4, we made the playoffs again. But once again, we're in the wild card. Heaven forbid our team works hard enough to get us a bye. But 9-7, we're going up against the Raiders. First in the division though, I think. That's what it said. First in the AFC North. I don't know what we're doing here. What am I doing? Come on, C4. You having a stroke here, bud? No laughing matter. Strokes are serious. AFC. Yeah, I think we did win the division. All right. There you are. 9-7 Browns, top of the AFC North. Let's take a look at the stats. DeShone Kizer, 4,200 passing yards, 34 touchdowns, and 15 picks. So that's pretty good. I mean, the interceptions are still a tad too high for my liking, but not bad. Better than last year. That's about on par with his rookie season. Crowell, 1,300 rushing yards, 4 touchdowns. Duke Johnson, almost 600 rushing yards and 8 touchdowns. So that's a fine two-headed running back attack. Josh Gordon, 79 receptions, almost, well, 1,100 yards and 8 touchdowns. Trey Burton's a monster. What a free agency signing. 940 yards, 12 touchdowns. Corey Coleman, 742 and 4. Devontae Adams, just shy of 1,000 yards and 7 touchdowns as well. So great wide receiver core. Kirksey, once again, 4 years in a row, leading the team with 118 tackles. Jamal Adams with 108. On the sacks front, Ogbah is a fucking machine. 17 sacks. Let's go. That might have to be a guy I target from now on, like in real life, in my franchise modes. Jamal Adams and Tony Brown with 3 picks. Collins, Kirksey, Haden, Hooker, Conley, all with 2 interceptions to their names. So great diversification in the secondary. I'll take a look here at the yearly awards. At year number 4, Zeke won the MVP. Kizer came number 10, so making that short list is very nice. Coach of the year went to fake Belichick. No love for Mr. Hugh Jackson. Offensive player of the year went to Phillip Rivers. Kizer coming in number 4. Defensive player of the year went to Khalil Mack with no love to fucking Ogbah. We had no one for offensive rookie of the year. No one for defensive rookie of the year. Who needs rookies? Best QB, Kizer coming at number 2. Not bad. Best running back went to Le'Veon Bell. Finally, Crowell's getting some fucking recognition right here, coming at number 10. Best wide receiver, Josh Gordon, came at number 6. We just skipped over that. Joe Thomas, of course, he'd be best offensive lineman. Chance Warmack, our converted center, at number 8. That's not bad. First time we've had an O lineman make it. Ogbah coming at number 10. I guess 17 sacks only gets you number 10 for D lineman in your conference. We had no linebackers, and for defensive backs, Jamal Adams came in at number 6. We'll take that. So let's jump into the playoffs here in year number 4. Back-to-back playoff appearances for the Cleveland Browns. Fairly surprising. Let's play the moments here against the Raiders. And we're going to take up just inside of the red zone here in the second quarter. So not a lot happening here. 0-0 first quarter. Kizer doing what he does best, scrambling, hitting Josh Gordon, who fights for the first down marker, bringing the ball all the way up to the 4-yard line. 8 of 9 for 72 yards for DeShone Kizer this early into the game. Clock is a-ticking. Who do we have? Crowell is our starting running back. Even though I kind of forced Duke Johnson, Crowell has definitely earned this role as our starting back. Back-to-back 1,000-yard season. I think he had 1,100 yards and he had 1,300 yards this year. Congrats. You're not the guy I want to use, but you're the guy I'm going to use. Look at the dog pound. Some playoff football in Cleveland. These fans fucking deserve it. They're not deserving this play, though. Oof. Luckily, did not, wasn't a fumble, wasn't a pick. Bringing up 3rd and goal. Living to fight another day there was DeShone Kizer. Veteran move from the young quarterback. All right, what are we going to do? We got Josh Gordon. Anyone? Josh Gordon, there we go. Great patience there. Shout out to the offensive line for giving us more than enough time to let Gordon run into the defensive backs and then find his way open. Dog pound. Go celebrate with the dog pound, fam. Let's go. 7-0 for the Cleveland Browns. As we're going here. Oh, our defense is playing real well. Shutting out the Raiders thus far. Maybe a clean shutout for the first half. That does not happen a lot of times here in the playoffs with the Super Sim. Maybe that's... Well, fuck. We don't... Oh, awful drop by Isiah Crowell. Awful. But I have spent a lot of my picks. We had a lot of picks for Cleveland, and most of them went on the defensive side of the ball. We get a tackle and a quarterback, but the rest have been pretty much improvements to the defensive side. We'll kick the field goal here with Cairo Santos to make it a 10-0 game, and hopefully our defense can hold on for the shutout at the end of the first half. Only 57 seconds, baby. Of course not. Go right down the field in 50 seconds. I don't even think they burned a timeout. 14-10. Now we're down 21-10. Thanks for giving me all the fucking moments, game. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. All right. On the 7. 2nd and 1. Kizer, you know what to do, baby. Scrambling like a monster. Took 2 guys. He fucking looked like he got the best of that. Getting the touchdown to make it a 21-7 game. Or 17. We went for 2, though, to make it 21-18. A field goal game. Our defense has been playing some very good ball. A little bit of a lapse there to open up the second half. To end the first half, open up the second half. But look, they're putting us in a position to win it. Down 3, but we want 7. Kizer dropping back. Offensive line doing their job. Look, he's scrambling. Oh, dives head first up to the 17. Look at that. 8 rushes, 38 yards, 1 touchdown already for Kizer. Just reminding everyone that even though he has a gigantic cannon of an arm, he is very much a dual-threat quarterback. So trying to get a quick score here before the 2-minute warning. With Crowell. There you go. He's fighting. First down for Crowell. Moving the sticks. Actually, maybe we'll take it to the 2-minute warning and try to kill some clock on the other side. so that we leave the Raiders with not very much time left. Come on, Hugh. Call one hell of a game plan here, Hugh. Everyone's relying on you, Hugh. The city of Cleveland. They need someone to cheer for outside of LeBron James and the Cavs. So we had Trey Burton here, moving a nice little check down pass, exactly what we wanted. Got some yards, but more importantly, got that clock going. I don't think the Raiders here are going to use any of their timeouts yet. All right. Let's hit him with the C4. Is special. 2nd and 4. Let's make some plays. Hit Crowell. Great blocking. Oh, he stiff arms that guy almost 900 feet back into the front row. We'll take that. As it is moving along here. Come on, make a good play, C4. Make a good play. The fans are chanting. That's what they're chanting. Awkwardly, in broken chants. Make a good play. Make a good play. The 3rd and 4. Kizer dropping back. Is he going to take off again? Look at that. How are you going to give this guy that much fucking space? Ball game, man. Fucking ball game. He's a monster. He's an absolute monster. I like it. Having lots of fun. I don't know if I'm having more fun with him than I am Lamar Jackson. I'll say it's about even. It's about even, but I need to win the Super Bowl. I won the Super Bowl with Lamar Jackson. I need to do it with Kizer. We are 25-21, and that is the final score. Once again, back-to-back playoff appearances, black-to-back playoff victories for the Cleveland Browns. So yeah, that's what we're at. But stopped. My brother's asking me if I bought the Call of Duty game, and I said no. I was thinking about it. It's a free weekend, but then I remember the game's awful, so I canceled the download. But back, get it in the game. End of the almost the end. 2-minute warning. We're down 10-0. No play the moments for the fucking Cleveland Browns offense. Come on, game. Do something. Drop back. We'll let Trey Burton, the beast free agent tight end from a couple. What was it? How long has he been here in Cleveland? 2 years, maybe? All right. Only down a field goal. Only down a field goal. 13-7 for the Chargers. Oof. All right. Well, that was fun while it lasted. Ooh. Well, that was definitely not the playoff performance we wanted. We got shellacked by Phillip Rivers and the San Diego Chargers, 34-7. Definitely not a game that fans are going to run home about. So let's take a look at the playoffs. The Chargers lost to the Patriots, and then the Cowgirls beat the Atlanta Falcons, setting up the apocalypse, the end of the World Super Bowl. The Patriots and the Cowboys. So I guess picking the lesser of two evils, the Patriots do go over the Dallas Cowboys. So I'm happy with that. So as we head into year number 5, let's take a look at the free agents. We have $23 million of cap room, so we can afford to sign a guy if we need to. Offensive line's all right. Ooh. Chris Jones definitely is a scheme fit. Ooh, so would be Blake Martinez. I think let's go get Chris Jones. I guess I don't know why the Chiefs let him go, but look, we're already the top bidding team. We'll just skip ahead here. Go to next week, and then we got Chris Jones. Nice, great free agency signing. A little bit of an upgrade over Kyle Nassib. And let's go to the year 5 draft. Again, we're gonna be using fake prospects. For some reason, it glitches out like this sometimes, so I gotta kind of skip ahead. Auto progress of these guys here. Get their XP. With all these distractions while I'm trying to record this shit. All right, take a look at the year 5 draft. We got Thomas Fiegels, a right tackle from Colorado State with a 26th pick, 75 overall. Second round, for some reason, we get a fullback, 73, or running back, sorry, 73 overall. But the rest of the draft was pretty shit, to be fair. That was definitely not playoff football level of draft. That was much like a current, not C4 controlled Browns draft. So heading into year number 5, you know, the Super Bowl or bust. Here is our depth chart. DeShone Kizer, 93 overall. Crowell, 84. We got Duke Johnson up to an 81. Pagan, an 80 overall fullback. He's developed actually a lot for a fullback. Adams, 83. Coleman, 83. Or Adams, 87. Coleman, 83. Gordon fell from 81 down to 80. Trey Burton up to an 86 overall. We got Rod Johnson. We're going to call him Rod. Left tackle. Batonio still at guard. Warmack still at center. Banner at right guard and Padsor at right tackle. He regressed from an 80 down to a 78, but we have had a lot of consistency here on the offensive line. Chris Jones now, big free agency signing. We got Ogbah, 91 overall. I'm telling you right now, that guy, go get Ogbah in your franchise modes and move him to defensive end. He is a stud. We got Shelton, we got Jamie Collins, we got Kirksey and Manti Te'o at middle linebacker, Toshu, 88 overall right outside linebacker, Tony Brown at 83, Haden slipping below 80. Ugh. Not too good. Malik Hooker, 80 overall. 80 overall for Griffin. Yeah, we'll take that. 83 overall for Jamal Adams. He's kind of stunted here a little bit. But for our goal, it's Super Bowl or bust. Let's go. Year number 5. Oh, I guess we're only setting divisional round. I don't know why. C4, you're breaking the motherfucking rules, baby. Alright, we're going to send the mid-season point here. And it looks like we're fucking... What happened? Alright, got to be the only team in history with a 93 overall quarterback that's sitting at 3-4 at the midway point. Not good. Not good at all. Let's take a look at the stats. What the fuck's going on? DeShone Kizer, almost 2,000 passing yards, 14 touchdowns, 5 picks. So, I mean, that's slightly off the mark that he set last year, but not bad. Crowell, 515 yards, 3 touchdowns, so he's on pace for 1,000 yards. Makes sense. Burton, 485 and 2, 385 and 1, 450 and 5, and 378 and 4. I mean, those are all fairly consistent. The fuck is defense letting us down? Kirksey once again, 5 years in a row leading the team, 62 tackles. We get 8 sacks from Collins, 7 from Chris Jones, 5.5 from Matoshu, and 5.5 from Ogbah. Sack numbers are high. Ooh, interceptions are down a little bit, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck. Maybe we just have a tough schedule. Turn it around, have a strong second half. All right, let's sign some money. Sign some money over. We got Johnson. We got Jamal Adams. Kizer getting $161 million. That has to be the biggest contract in history. I think I just fucking signed that guy too. That's like a baseball deal. Trey Burton just gave us a middle finger, told us to go fuck ourselves. Great, great to know. So at the end of year number 5, what? The Browns didn't even make the fucking playoffs, man. 6-10. What happened? We just signed up. We just spent $161 million on a quarterback that can't make the playoffs. Oh, 4,100 passing yards, 29 touchdowns, and 15 picks from Kizer. So, of course, you know, after you pay him fucking enough money to buy goddamn Haiti, he fucking has his worst year. Crowell, 1,100 yards, 7 touchdowns, 10 touchdowns, and 500 yards from Johnson. So, running backs did their job. That's on par with what they've done. Devontae Adams, 1,100 yards, 10 touchdowns. Coleman, 755 and 2. Burton, 903. Josh Gordon, 860 and 10. Like, those are maybe the best wide receiver numbers consistently across the board that we've had at any point in the rebuild. Defensive side of the ball, Kirksey leading the team at 143 tackles. Again, he's a stud. On the sacks front, we got 12.5 from Ogbah, 11 from Collins, 10.5 from Jones. So those are the best sack numbers we've ever posted. Is the interceptions down? That's what's causing us. 2 for Conley, 2 for Hooker. Well, you know what I'm going to do? Because it's fucking Christmas. We're getting to overtime. The Super Bowl in year number 5, the Patriots won over the Packers. But because it's fucking Christmas time, and that U-log is still burning, we're doing 1 extra year. Just because it's the Cleveland Browns. I want to win a fucking Super Bowl so bad. We have no money to spend on anyone. Fucking great. Oh, god damn it. Okay, we didn't get that wide receiver. Maybe we can get Trey Burton to come back. We have no money. We have no fucking money to sign Eddie Wood. Oh, $161 million for your quarterback. Oh, that is a dagger. Like, we were complaining about the Andrew Luck contract during the Colts rebuild. This one is fucking a whole nother level. So let's start the draft here for year number 6. Bonus. This is overtime. We're going in overtime because I'm winning this fucking Super Bowl with the Browns. You can probably tell by the length of this video. You know what's going to happen. We had another right tackle, 76 overall, Ryan Hudley from Florida. We got a 73 overall right guard in the second round. We got 75 overall running back. Why? Like, I'm kind of just scared. Like, the best players are just these fucking running backs and tackles. I don't know why. Running backs and right tackles are the only 2 guys I can hit on in these fucking drafts. So let's go. Year 2021. The world has yet to end. Let's set our depth chart here. We got Kizer, 95 overall, $161 million. Jesus Christ, I don't know how much of that was guaranteed. We have no more Crowell. We're rolling Duke Johnson as our starting running back. This fullback's a goddamn franchise player, the route that he's growing at. Ooh. Josh Gordon down to his 76. Tight end's a shit show. We lost Trey Burton. He basically gave us the middle finger and bounced out of town after multiple 900, almost 1,000-yard seasons. 85 overall left tackle, 82, 83. Warmack fell. I think it was 87 last year. Now he's down to an 83. For some reason, Banner left. I re-signed Zach Banner, and I think just to make the cap work, the team automatically cut him for some reason when I was simming. Offensive line's looking like shit. Like, I couldn't believe that. I was like, where the fuck's Zach Banner? I re-signed him. I scouted him. He's a guy I wanted. Just, yeah, look, I'm looking. Like, where the fuck did he go? All right, trying to fucking patchwork this offensive line somehow. Oof. We got Chris Jones. That's what happened. We shouldn't have signed Chris Jones. We spent money in free agency, well aware that we had to bring back in Kizer. Ogbah's up to a great overall. Collins is starting the downgrade. Chris Kirksey's on the downside now. Toshu at 88. Tony Brown 83. Conley 76. Our cornerbacks that once was very, very depthful. Is that a word? It's now looking seemingly weak. Our safeties are still on fire. But let's set our goal. Super Bowl or bust, baby. We're just going to sit straight to the Super Bowl. No mid-season stopping point. Let's see what we're at in the playoffs. And we finished 7-9, bottom dwellers in our own division. Oh, Cleveland. We made a fucking effort of it though. We got a with 95 overall quarterback with the Browns. We had one hell of a playoff run in year 3. I don't know. I don't know if you're gonna find someone else out here that maybe I'm not the best rebuilder ever because I couldn't get it done. As I let you guys I'm gonna wrap it up here. As this video is almost 20 minutes longer than the usual rebuilds. I don't know if there's a guy out there on YouTube, some other guy that does rebuilds that was able to win the Super Bowl with the Browns. If they are, fuck, go suck their dick because they're way better than I am. But thank you on this Christmas day for tuning in for over an hour. For those of you guys that stuck around and spending time with Papa C4 as we try to do some things special, something impossible, Mission Impossible. 17 Ogbah, look at that again, a monster. And trying to win stuff with the Cleveland Browns. We won some games, so we made the playoffs. We got a couple studs, couple franchise players here and there. But we'll wrap this up here with saying, if this is your first time stopping by, be it a Browns fan or not, this is your first time seeing a Beast Mode TV rebuild, and you enjoyed it, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. As always, share the video, smash the like button, leave a comment in the comment section below about what team you want to see me rebuild next. And that is my spiel. Merry Christmas to all you guys. Fuck saying happy holidays. Politically correctness is the worst thing. It's absolute AIDS. I hope you guys got everything you wanted for Christmas. I hope you got 4 bitches and a bunch of dank weed or something. Whatever you kids out there do these days, like a mobile scooter. I don't know. But until next time, guys, it's your boy C4 saying peace out.